Mouthful of beans.
Mouthful of bees.
Welcome to Mouthful of Bees, a little preview of UFC Fight Night, Munhoz versus Edgar. Welcome, Kyle, from Venn Marketplace.
Morning.
Thanks for the time because you must be busy on Channel 9 this week. No big deal.
Mate, $50 an autograph. That's what they're going for at the moment.
Fucking
To
hell,
get in early.
I don't even want to know what the invoice for doing this show is going to be.
Yeah, true. Talk about it later.
Hey, we'll just talk about fight announcements this week. This week's been huge. Then I'll throw a couple of quick shots at you and get your opinion, and then we'll just talk about this week's card.
Cool.
So I like doing fight announcements during the week. Sometimes they're pretty quiet. But this week was mental, so exciting. So I'll just run through what they've announced by the show. So we've got Cerrone versus Nico Price. That's in 3.5, maybe 4 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. That one's going to be a cracker. I'm looking forward to that. Good, exciting fight.
On the same card, we got Covington Woodley.
Another good one. I think about time. It's been talks for ages, so I'm looking forward to that. Because both need a win too.
I don't know if Woodley's trying to get more time, or he's been training and he's just trying to play games with Covington. But interesting to see that one. Then they just dropped those two bombs, which I've been waiting on Jones for that card on the 26th of September. Adesanya Costa and Reyes Blachowicz, which might be interesting. Might be the first time that the lighter title fight will be the main fight.
Yep, which it probably will be.
Normally they always put the heavier one first. But fair enough.
Not for that card, I don't think. Yeah, fair enough. 100%.
Okay, then on the 3rd of October, Dariush Oliveira, which is great. Dariush had a few wins, and now he gets a bigger fight. Probably Oliveira wanted to shoot upwards, but they're giving him one more down because it's a pretty tight division.
Yep.
I love Oliveira.
Yeah, so do I. He's so fun to watch. Every time he fights, something happens. So fun. There's just some fighters that just, when they're announced, doesn't matter who they're fighting, you're just excited to watch him fight. And they could be the first fight on the main card or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Still so fun to watch him. He's one of those guys. We'll
do that before we talk about the this week's card. We'll do a little section called Hype 9, where if there's any fight that you're hyped up for at least 9 out of 10 for, we'll talk about it. It might not be a fight, it might just be a person, which I've got one tonight as well. Then they got on the 10th of October, Barbosa versus Sadiq Youssef. That's his first kind of big name. And Sadiq Youssef, he comes in hot. Not
real hot.
Just with those fire fists.
Yeah, he's another Nigerian, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then finally they announced Ortega versus Zombie. I've been stinging for that fight. That's going to be, I haven't even really thought about it yet, but that's going to be fun.
That will be fun. Fuck, Ortega, just be good to see Ortega back in the ring, eh?
Yeah.
It feels like it's been forever. Feels longer than that.
Then poor Rafael Dos Anjos, they finally given him a wrestler. After 4 of his last 5 fights have been wrestlers. Now they give him Makachev. All right.
Enjoy that one.
Uriah Hall instead of the Romero fight. Now they've given him Silva, which I'm sure he's happy with the name, but I think he still wants to get at Adesanya. So it is another step in that direction, but it's a big name for him. Hall versus Anderson Silva.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hall is one of those guys after the Ultimate Fighter. You're like so keen to watch him fight, and ever since his first few fights in the UFC, it's just fun. For me, it's just, and every time I see his name, I'm not even hyped at all to watch him fight.
Oh,
but
really?
they keep giving him good names, and he just, every time I watch him fight, he just never produces.
I think he might be on a kind of new direction, hopefully.
We'll see, because he's exciting when he wants to be. But
Speaking of Greg Hardy, he's a little bit boring lately, trying to get more technical versus Maurice Green.
yeah, oh, that one won't go long, surely.
I don't rate Maurice Green, so I think they're setting up Hardy there
not
for
alright.
another, hopefully a knockout this time.
Yeah.
And then this is on the October 31st card, that Hall Silver, Maurice Green, Greg Hardy. Then Aussies, Australia's own Jimmy Crute versus Bukauskas, Modesta Bukauskas, the Englishman, who they talk a lot about, but I don't think he was that good. He was getting his leg ate up before he beat that Greek guy last time. So actually a good matchup for Crute, I think.
Yeah, be interesting. I enjoy watching Crute fight. It's good fun to watch. Always good fun. So yeah, he's tough. So yeah, that'll be good fun. Hopefully I think he should win that, but we'll see.
Your old favourite, Carlos Condit, they've given him Court McGee. What do you reckon?
Exactly. If he can't win that, he needs to seriously just never fight again. Like that is an absolute gimme for Carlos. So he's due. But again, his last fight just showed nothing. But we'll see. Maybe he'll bring back the old Carlos Condit.
They age quickly, don't they? They age like Asian people. Asian people stay young for ages and they just drop off a cliff. And that looks like what Condit's doing with his fight career. One I've been stinging for, and they've booked it for a third time. Allen versus Heinisch, Brendan Allen.
Yep.
Ian Heinisch. Those two get the shits with each other. They have for ages. They've been wanting it, so that's what the UFC wants. And speaking of, Derek Lewis said he wanted to fight Blades, so they said, okay, here you go. And I don't know if I'm a bit worried about that one.
That's a dangerous fight for Derek.
Yeah.
Big time. Dangerous fight. Again, a good fight. I saw that fight. I was excited for that. So, yeah, tough one. But we'll see.
All right, mate. That's a big lot of fights announced this week. Let's give you a couple of quick shots. Some stories this week. What's the first one? Justin Gaethje. Someone stole the bike from his garage. $4.5 grand bike. And he wants it back. How would you feel if you were that guy?
Mate, you'd be giving it back ASAP, wouldn't you? Or you'd be getting a mate. You'd be getting a mate to drop it back for you.
Yes, a mate of a mate. You got to really limit the ability to be found. But Gaethje's not allowed to do. Probably won't be allowed to do something, but they might be able to friend of a friend, and they might be able to just hold him. Can we have him for 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes, mate. The funniest thing about that whole article I read was when they went through what happened, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, because you think, well, where was Gaethje? And he's out the back gardening. And when you think of Justin Gaethje, the last thing you think about is him gardening.
That's true.
So he's out the back gardening and then walked around the front. And obviously he'd left his garage up. And the guy just walked in and took it while he was lawn mowing and planting some plants.
Is that what he was doing, or was he just had his face deep? He just put his face in the soil for 10, 15 minutes or 25 minutes, so he knew what it'd be like when he versus Khabib, just in the dirt.
Probably. He's probably chopping down trees out the back with a hand axe. He's getting ready.
Sean O'Malley has said discredits Marlon Vera. He said that who would celebrate winning after the other person got injured, which I think is fair enough. And he also said he's defending himself a little bit more. So he seems pretty defiant, which is kind of cool. He's not. Yeah, he just said he wants to rematch. So we'll see what happens there. What do you reckon?
I don't know about you, but I've gone off Sean O'Malley after this isn't the first time that's happened. Remember White when he first started, he did it, and you and I were calling each other, going, "What is he carrying on?" About lying on the ground and then
Sukumtut or Soccer Mum, he calls
him.
him.
That's right, Sukumtut. That's right. And again, he's done it again, and I'm like, mate, you see fighters in there. Paige Van Zandt broke her forearm in half. Paige Van Zandt, a woman, broke it in half, and she fought the whole 3 rounds. And mate, it was the biggest cop out. I've gone off him until he produces something good. He just, good on Vera.
Yeah, I think he re-injured his ankle, and I think he's shown us that he had carrying another injury, which was the cartilage injury, which might be
Yeah.
hard to fix.
Mate, he's got a little pea heart. That's what we call it down under. A little pea heart, little baby pea.
He needs to go around and do some gardening with Gaethje, I think.
I think so.
Now, I don't know if this is a story or not. Fedor or Fyodor wants to fight Verdum.
I don't know how excited I'd be for that. Exactly what I was thinking. Who?
Next.
What? Snore. Next fight?
Roy Nelson, who is incidentally 44 years old, says that he's competitive in the gym with Francis Ngannou.
Mm-hmm. Has Francis got both his arms and one leg tied behind his back?
Yeah, Francis was hopping and no headbutts allowed.
Dude, have you seen Francis shadowbox lately? Holy shit. Honestly.
They're lining him up. They're not letting Jones get in there first. They're lining him up to get the title, and then they can say, Jones, you can come in. Try and beat our new king.
That's a bad fight for John Jones.
We'll see. We've said that a lot before. And I just threw another little story in I just read about this morning. It looks like I'm trying to read between the lines. They're trying to line up Volkanovski versus Cejudo because now Cejudo's coming out on social media and trying to taunt Volkanovski to say he's not accepting the fight. And it has been pretty quiet there. They've lined up everyone else except for Volkanovski. He said he's waiting for the challenge, but I thought they were trying to line up Cejudo. And Volkanovski said he didn't want to do it because he wanted to take people in the division, but remember he did say he'll do it if it's the right amount of money, and obviously that might be what's stalling it right now. UFC might not be offering him enough money, and that's why Cejudo is saying he doesn't want to take it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I read that. Yeah, I think so. Mate, there's no chance Cejudo's retired. He'll come back for the right amount of money. Anyone will come back. One guy down there, Figueiredo, making noise outside of him. Who else do you want to see fight? Put me to sleep. Someone when the midgets fight, please.
I was going to say, Battle of the Midgets.
Battle of the Midgets. They need someone exciting. Figueiredo, but then who's he going to fight? Nobody. So hopefully you'll have Cody coming down 125. And then, Cejudo comes back, and then there'll be a little bit of noise going on down there.
If Cody loses or doesn't make weight, I think they might really think about shutting that division because Figueiredo can go up.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
All right, man. We got this week's card. Are there any fights that you are hyped up for at least 9+ out of 10 for, or any fighters? For me, I really like watching Daniel Rodriguez lately. 2 fights, but he's really nice looking boxing. And I think that's it. Other than seeing Frankie Edgar and what he's going to look like. By the way,
I'm exactly the same as you. Exactly the same. The main card.
Edgar looked really good on the scales. He was one of the. I think he weighed in quite early, and he looked good. Also, Edgar. He's been talking a long time about going to 135, even a couple of years, about how his Mark Henry wanted him down there. And so I don't think it's that big a drop like we're seeing other people. So I'm interested to see what his chin's like because remember he's been knocked out twice in his last 2 losses, I think.
Yeah, I think he's going to utilize his pressing a lot now. But he looked good. It looks like he's obviously been ready for this for a while now. He hasn't just dropped that weight off suddenly. So he did look really good. But he's tough, got a tough opponent. So we'll see. If he wins, they'll give him someone big.
Let's go predictions. We've got to change the first fight of the main card because Takashi Sato, even though he made weight, they pulled him. So it must have been something medical there. So Daniel Rodriguez versus Dwight Grant.
I got D-Rod KO round 1.
Straight in. Excuse me. Yeah. Straight in. I've got him decision because of the change of fighters. Maria not Agapova, I think it's Agapova.
Agapova,
she's coming in with a fresh blonde hair, by the way, versus Shayna Dobson. I think they're trying to just give Shayna Dobson the fights on her contract and then catch you later. So I've gone Agapova KO round 1.
I've gone submission round 2.
Ooh, nice work because she gets a lot of submissions.
Yeah, I think she hurts her and then jumps on her.
Yes. I was deciding whether to do either one. I'm going with ground and pound, but interesting. Okay, Battle of the Battlers here, even though they both swing hard. Marcin Prachnio and Slow Mike Rodriguez.
I know who you're going here. I'm going Praccio KO round 2. I think it might get done in round 1, but
I went Prachnio decision.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think I'd go a slow Mike?
No, I didn't. I thought you go Praccio. There's no way I thought you'd go slow Mike.
Oh, I'm very close. He might hit him with a straight left and get him in round 1. That was my next decision, but I'm thinking that the Polish guy would make it out of round 1, and then it'll be quite a boring fight after that.
Like I said, that'll be the one where I'll be putting the lamb on the barbecue and checking a few things, and I'll come back to the OSP fight.
All right, segue.
There's always that one fight in the main card where you have to schedule some food, and there's always that one fight that's the fight for this card. The food.
You look at the main card and plan your lunch around it.
Yeah, let's call it the food fight.
Nice. That's really funny. Food fight. Okay, so OSP and Mennefield. A lot of people are going Mennefield. By the way, OSP was one of the first. I think he was the first to go on the scales. Remember last time he was up at heavyweight, so it doesn't look like it's an issue coming down to light heavyweight this time, which is a good sign. What do you reckon?
I reckon, mate, Mannefield's big. I reckon OSP needs to win. I think he wins. I've got him KO round 1. I think he catches Mennefield and finishes him, but there's a big height difference too. So about 4 inches. So.
But then if you measure across, there's a big difference in thickness.
Yeah, there is. Mannefield's got a big chest. Jesus.
He's got
that fight surely doesn't go the distance. Surely.
Well, if it does, Mennefield will lose.
Yeah.
I think.
Who have you got?
I got Mennefield KO round 1.
Oof. Yeah, that's a 50-50.
All right. Pedro Munhoz, Frankie Edgar, 5 rounds.
Yep, got to take. This fight could easily go the distance, but I've got to take Frankie, and I took him KO round 3.
For Frankie?
Yeah, for Frankie. I think he's got to get through that first round, though. That's his danger. He gets caught in that first round, which he's always, a lot of the time does. But
I've got him. I've got Munhoz round 3 KO. I don't know, Frank. I think Frankie'd be good enough to get out of there or not get stuck in that pretty deadly guillotine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Munhoz has got a chin on him too.
Yeah.
So, big chin, can take it.
Might be an early knockout too for Munhoz. That's what you're saying. It might be. Yeah, okay.
Might be an early one, but I've gone with Frankie. He's hungry. But yeah, like you said, just that weight. So we'll see. Time will tell.
Yep. All right, man. Thanks for that. I'm going to put out a little spreadsheet on how I think if there's any close decisions, my opinion on it.
Yeah.
After the fight, but other than that, nice. Good luck. Enjoy your lamb during the middle fight. There.
I'll enjoy my lamb. Bit of footy today, and then tomorrow we'll bunker down.
Oh, any shout outs?
Mate, you know what? I don't have any shout-outs this week. Mouthful of bees, get around it.
Shout out Essendon Football Club going to pump Richmond Tigers tonight.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say something about that. Or you are dreaming. Have you seen your side?
I am dream timing at the G.
Have we got what's the bet this week on the game?
No bet. Okay, my old bet that the crowd goes off for Irving Mosquito's first game.
I'll give you a 30-point start.
Fucking hell. Okay, I'll take it.
All right, 30-point start. If it lands on 30, it's a draw. Otherwise, the loser.
Now you can have the 30 points. Give me 29.5.
Okay, 29.5. There you go.
Righto.
You're welcome.
All right, man. Catch you later.
Gold Coast game. All right, buddy. Talk to you soon.
See ya. Bye.
See you, legend.
Mouthful of beans.
Mouth full of bees.